Unfortunately, as we all know, we live in a country where despite our financial wealth, we have tens of millions of children still living in poverty.
This is progressive candidate Jamaal Bowman.
Ultimately, it's to bring awareness and make people realize what's really going on in this country.
And the legend Colin Kaepernick.
Poverty is not a result of children and families who don't work hard. Poverty is by political design.
There are a lot of things that are going on that are unjust, people aren't being held accountable for, and that's something that needs to change.
And it's rooted in a system that has been fractured and corrupt and rotten from its core from the inception of America.
This country stands for freedom, liberty, justice for all. And it's not happening for all right now.
And it's rooted in a system that has been fractured and corrupt and rotten from its core from the inception of America.
Between these two men in their respective fields, I see lots of similarities. First, Bowman. A former middle school principal, he has seen the lows of a system that does not cater to all American families and their children. He is set to defeat long-standing incumbent Eliot Engel, who made news recently for this.
And it's just too many folks here.
Congressman Engel didn't set foot in New York for 2 months while the pandemic wrecked our communities.
Say that again? I didn't have a primary. Don't do that.
You heard correctly. Engel, a 16-term congressman, showed his true colors. And so did the folks across the aisle. The Nation's Ken Klippenstein, former journalist at the Young Turks as well, wrote a really great detailed piece, which he titled, "Why is GOP money going into Dem Congressman Eliot Engel?" Engel was a huge proponent of the Iraq War. It would be a monumental mistake not to support it, he said. At one point, Engel tried stripping Representative Ilhan Omar of her assignment on the Foreign Affairs Committee. In 2016, Engel was one of just 16 Dems to join with 200 Republicans to defeat legislation that would have outlawed the export of cluster bombs to Saudi Arabia. Cluster bombs are banned by over 100 countries. In short, he is a Republican in the wrong party at the wrong time. Even with his glitzy endorsements from powerful Dems like Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer, the old guard is being replaced.
And it shows the strength of this movement. It shows the strength of the progressive movement overall. And it shows that this district was ready for change.
It's a theme we are seeing. The progressive movement started small, over hard work, exposing the truths of how flawed we are and just straight logic. The same can be said who stood as the lone person to voice his support for the people, and that man is Colin Kaepernick. He started his protest during a preseason game when no one noticed. He continued. Then with the endorsement of former Green Beret Nate Boyer, he knelt. It was a simple message. Then it grew. Rather slowly, but there was growth. Eric Reed knelt beside Kaepernick. Michael Bennett participated. Marshawn Lynch participated. When Cap was exiled, the movement grew stronger. Today, it is the symbol of protest to balk back at the oppressive state we live in on a daily basis. It is a constant reminder that anything is possible, even against the machine put in place to hinder our motives for a more just and better world. To my brothers and sisters in sports and arts, we have incredible influence in our community. We need to use this moment to demand change. I gotta be honest, I struggle with what to demand because so damn much needs to change. But I'm starting with our right to vote, wrote LeBron James. In conclusion, what do I see in Jamaal Bowman? The same I see in Colin Kaepernick, the same I saw in Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the same I see in Bernie Sanders. A small movement, but a growing movement. For the people, run by the people, to inflict the maximum positive change and push our societal standards for an improved tomorrow.